Got an update for you. A man who threatened a black Amazon driver arrested again. Now see that there? Previously reported about Jon Vincentini, who had pleaded guilty to bias intimidation, a charge after he stopped a black Amazon driver to ask if he realized he was in a racist neighborhood and then threatened to shoot him. According to the Jersey Shore Observer, going on down the shore. Vincentini was the Lacey Township Public Works Supervisor and has worked for the city since 2013. Following that incident, Vincentini has been arrested again for something else.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
Reminder of the original. Prosecutors say 64-year-old Jon Vincentini was driving through a neighborhood in Lacey, New Jersey on September 5th, 2022, and decided to follow an Amazon driver into a cul-de-sac where the driver was making deliveries. According to Patch, probable cause affidavit stated that Vincentini parked his car in front of the delivery truck to block it. Then Vincentini confronted the driver, and a black star with the details. "What are you doing in my neighborhood? Don't you know this is a racist neighborhood?" Vincentini told the driver, according to the affidavit per Patch, "You want me to get into my car, get my rifle, and blow your brains off?" Investigators learned that Vincentini continued following the Amazon driver for a short period of time and then pulled into a driveway on a neighboring street. The driver later contacted police. You're trying to deliver packages and somebody's literally hunting you. Look at your life, America. Wolf or fox? This is, again, Jersey Shore. Let's go to 1 month later. Vincentini turned himself in to authorities for bias intimidation. Why a month later? This man's a menace to society. He's unhinged. He was processed and released on a summons. The Ashbury Park Press reports. So let's get into the latest legal troubles. Vincentini also pleaded guilty to unrelated drug and weapons charges connected to an illegal marijuana grow operation discovered at his home 3 months ago. His neighbors called 911 on March 15, 2024 to report that a package of marijuana had been delivered to their doorstep in a repurposed Amazon box. Now we know why he was triggered by the Amazon driver. He said, "Give me my stash. He might have some stuff." Now we get it. Investigators learned Vincentini was responsible for the delivery. You see that there? He doesn't have your drugs, homie. He was delivering packages, okay? 10 days later, police raided his home. They seized about 10 pounds of marijuana, 15 marijuana plants, drug paraphernalia associated with the packaging, and distribution of narcotics, 2 assault firearms, rifle-style BB gun, and about $150,000. He and his wife were taken into custody. Prosecutors are seeking a 5-year prison term for Vincentini's bias intimidation charge and another 5 for the drug charges. All right, so remember, this is serious because there are similar incidents Black people threatened while on the job. We've covered many of them right here on Indisputable. Back in October 2023, reported on an enraged white man with an unleashed pit bull threatening a delivery woman. Yep. July of last year, Gregory and Brandon Case tried to shoot at FedEx driver DeMontario Gibson while he was delivering packages. I'm going to start watching. It might be partly the facial hair. I don't understand it, hot as it is. But this is what they're out here doing. Targeting people who are minding their business. March of this year, William Brock fatally shot Uber driver Lolitha Hall. This was gut-wrenching. As she begged and moved away, he came out of his house. Somebody called her there. She did nothing wrong. Murdered in cold blood. That was gut-wrenching. Senator, I don't know why this Vincentini was out and allowed to turn himself in. It infuriates me because it's as if when you do this kind of thing to a Black person, it's not that big of a deal. Now they catch you with that illegal, the ganja and stuff. Oh, that's really what got him got. That's really what got him got. I know he turned himself in, but he's a menace to society. He threatened to kill the man. That's according to the Amazon driver. Said he was going to get his shotgun and gave him the, hey, you better get out of this town before sundown type of thing. What say you about the way this was handled and the perp at the center of it all?
Well, you're hitting all the nails on the head, Sharon. Part of a larger challenge that we have in this country and we've had from the beginning is the dual standards within the legal system itself. I 100% agree with you that it was marijuana that triggered anything to happen to Vincentini. He is unhinged. He has proven himself not to be adult enough to navigate general population in a society, and he should have been locked up for threatening to kill the Amazon driver. And the fact that he said to him, "What you doing here? Don't you know this is a racist neighborhood?" I mean, give me a break. Okay, this is 2024. This is not 1924, 1824. I mean, these people are really landing on how they really feel. There are things bubbling just a little bit below the surface in the United States of America, partly because we have never dealt with this country's original sin, which is the chattel enslavement of Africans and their African American descendants, generation after generation. The way Vincentini is comporting himself is the way that many white folks were allowed to comport themselves early on in this country's history, even after the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the Constitution. You still found, really, right, even directly after the Civil War. Remember, Black people could not look white people in the eye. See, Vincentini is just channeling that. So I don't clutch pearls and act brand new, like you don't know about this. Grown Black men and grown Black women could be called boy and girl. Hello? Look at what happened to Emmett Till when he was visiting his uncle in Money, Mississippi. And white men came and dragged that little boy out of his uncle's house. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. What Sister Senator is saying, that as much progress as we have absolutely made in this country, the more things change, the more they stay the same. We have more work to do. So the spirit of the Vincentini is alive and well, which is connected to de jure and de facto. That means in practice and in law, activities at the hand of our American legal system, and de facto is what was happening in practice. So, Sister Sharon, he just modeling days gone by. That's all.
Yeah. The king and queen of the Netherlands were just in Atlanta, Georgia, visiting Dr. Bernice King, other dignitaries. And among the things they did on this official visit was apologize for the sins of slavery. And what Dr. King said was more work. Appreciate the apology, but more work needs to come behind that. Real reparations, education. This must never happen again. And if you do your homework and you know how many of our brothers and sisters came through there into captivity, you too would say, show me. It's taken a long time, but I need you to show me. That's how devastating it is.